And welcome back to the Kenny and JT show here on News Talk 1480 WHBC. We continue with our 2023 Cleveland Guardians spring training interviews. And joining us right now, one of the outstanding relievers for your Cleveland Guardians. And we're happy to have him on the show, Nick Sandlin. Nick, how are you today?
I'm good, Kenny. How you doing?
I'm real good. Thanks for taking time and happy to be back. I'm guessing it's spring training with the boys again and kick off 2023.
Of course. Yeah, exciting times around here. Getting everybody in the same building and getting ourselves ready to go with with the group and everybody getting on the same page.
For everybody out there, if you're watching this on Facebook, you see the numbers at the bottom of the screen. But last year, Nick Sandlin 5-2, an Ernie of just 2.25, 7 holds. He was one of the key members of this team in the bullpen. Got into the postseason, got to pitch, get that experience as well. What was that like for you, the whole season, as well as pitching in the postseason, as far as experience for the future?
Yeah, I mean, the whole season was a learning experience and a growing experience for a lot of us. Seeing the group kind of come together there the last, couple months and, as a team, just, starting to play really good baseball was a lot of fun to be on that team. And, the postseason, I think same thing, for a lot of us, it was our first time in that spot, but to show that, we could to play with anyone was a good time. And hopefully we can build on that and use that to our advantage this year.
Nick, what was it like being a part of that bullpen, knowing that the way this team won games late, that you guys were going to be a huge part of the night in, night out performances of this team, because they rallied back to win games late, and you guys had to shut it down then after that, or at least keep it where it was so they'd have that last at-bat chance?
Yeah, big time. We saw it with a lot for with our offense, how they put pressure on relievers and stressed other teams' bullpens and the comeback wins and stuff like that. That's something that you kind of take for granted sometimes with bullpens. But, for us just to see it firsthand, how it can go, either way is, it's big for us to be able to shut games down or even just keep it right there and give our offense a chance.
Is there a friendly competition amongst you guys? Because, Karinchak's a different breed. Okay. So you deal with him sitting in the bullpen during games, but he wants to go out there and get the hold or the save or strike out the side. You, obviously Clase, the fireman, the closer of the year. Is there a friendly competition amongst you guys?
Not too much, honestly.
No?
We have a really good group, tight group. And, I think everybody's pulling for each other and pulling in the same direction. So, that's something that's big in a bullpen. I think, it takes everyone and, you're going to have to pick up the guy next to you at some point in the year. And at some point you're going to leave base runners out there for them and you need them to have your back. So, I think that's something that made us, a good bullpen last year.
We're happy to have with us Nick Sandlin here on the Kenny and JT show, one of the outstanding relievers for your Cleveland Guardians. And Nick, one of the things that makes a reliever a good reliever is short memory. Ted Lasso, I don't know if you watch the show Ted Lasso, he always talks about goldfish. They have the shortest memory, 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Is that the kind of situation or mental approach you have to have as a reliever when you have that bad day out there to forget about it and come back thinking the next time out you're going to mow them down?
Yeah, of course. Sometimes when you have that bad one, you want to get back out there as quick as possible. And, a hitter might get that at bat, 30 minutes down the road or, another ball hit to him right there. So in the bullpen, you don't know when that day might come, but, hopefully it's the next day or the day after that. It won't be too long until your name's called on. So, yeah, you do have to have kind of a short memory, but also, be able to kind of learn from the things that, kind of got you.
Did that take you a while to grasp, to understand that, okay, baseball is a game of failure. Okay. It just is. The batters only get, if you're a Hall of Famer, you're hitting 300. So 3 hits out of every 10, right?
Yeah.
As a pitcher, if you're out there 50, 60 times as a reliever, you're not going to have 50 or 60 perfect outings in that. So how were you able to grasp that mentally and understand that? And obviously you're doing a pretty good job with it.
Yeah. I mean, of course you want to be perfect every time you go out there and you gotta shoot for that. But then when things don't go your way, sometimes it's even during the moment, not getting, too upset that, one guy got a hit or, maybe even one run by the score, you got to be able to stop them, right there and not, let it lead to more things where more runs score and then put your team in a bad spot. So yeah, you definitely got to know that, it's a crazy game and some things might go, a certain way and you can't really predict it. But yeah, you just got to kind of take the punches as they come, but, be able to have that mindset where you can kind of stay locked in.
All right, what about this team from this standpoint, Nick Sandlin? And that is, last year, you guys maybe snuck up on some people. This year, that's not going to be the case. You won the division. You won a playoff series. You took the Yankees to 5 games last year. So what's in talking with your teammates? I know it's only been a short time in spring training. What's the mindset? Is it any different than last year or no?
Yeah, I mean, the expectations could be, different for the club, but I mean, for us, it's still the same game. I think, we developed, probably an identity as a team that we're going to continue to build off of. And, I think it's exciting to maybe have some expectations like that. And I think as a group, we'll be able to handle them well.
Carl Willis, outstanding pitching coach, Cy Young Award winners, numerous times in that. What is it that we talk a lot about what makes Tito a great manager? What about Carl Willis as a pitching coach? What is it about him that makes him a great pitching coach?
Just ability to, give you confidence and, shoot it straight with you, whatever he sees right there, at the moment, if you need to be better at a certain thing or, even if you're going well and, he helps you to not overreact to a situation or, if the inning it might be getting a little out of hand, sometimes it's good to have that voice to calm you down and keep you locked in and to focus on, next outing and getting the next guy out.
How are you health-wise? I know, a couple of years ago, elbow surgery, I think it was, and then a shoulder last year. How are you feeling right now?
Feeling good. The offseason's been focused on getting healthy and everything's gone as planned and ready to get back out there soon in spring.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing you down at Progressive Field again this year. That bullpen was a huge part of the team's success last year, continued success this year, and thanks for making time for us today.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Nick Sandlin checking in with us here on the Kenny and JT Show. Back with more right after this. Stay with us.